don't know if you've noticed something from both speakers today. They've put emphasis on teamwork. And as young people, we have friends we know who can make impact in our lives. And that is why we are here today, to network with great minds. So I want you all to please make use of this opportunity. Build a team of young, vibrant people who will change the world today, and tomorrow, and years to come. So up next, we're going to listen to the boss. So keep it up as we invite Hussein Anifowose for his talk.
Morning, everyone. The MC said, the boss. I don't know who the boss is. Okay. Morning, everyone. My name is Hussein Anifowose. I will implore you to get ready for some very important notes. So pick up your pen. You got just a little notebooks, so you can jot down very important stuff. But before I start, I need a volunteer, someone who is not afraid that people are going to laugh at him or her right here. If you're not afraid that people are going to laugh at you, please come forward. I need a volunteer. Okay, come forward, please. People are going to laugh at you, so just get ready. Please give him a round of applause. And get ready to laugh at him. Okay, come forward. Thank you. That's a $20 note. Thank you for showing up. That's it. Thank you. Go have a seat. Lesson number 1, be the volunteer. Please give him a round of applause again. Lesson number 1, be the volunteer. When everyone is stepping back like, oh no, I'm not sure what is required of me. No, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to get embarrassed. You never know what opportunities are waiting for you. So, number 1, be the volunteer. Okay? Now, I've seen a couple of people have been very quiet in the room, so we're going to make this a bit lively. Are you ready? Okay, ready. Now, you're going to look at the person beside you. Okay, and I respect religion and gender if you're not allowed to handshake someone of your next of an opposite gender who is beside you, please, that's respected. So if you can, please look at the next person beside you and give them a handshake. Okay, as you're doing that, keep the hands there. Okay. Okay, as you're doing that, this is going to be strenuous. So you can move closer. Okay, now as you're holding the hands, hold the hands there, okay? Are you ready for the next level of instructions? Can everyone hear me at the back? Okay. Now as you're holding the hands, make sure one person's hand is on top at one time, okay? So, like this. Okay. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't twist your partner's hand. Okay. Now, go up and down and up and down and up and down and up. Keep doing that. You will enjoy it. Feels uncomfortable, but you will enjoy it. Okay. Keep doing it until I tell you to stop. Keep doing it. And when I tell you to stop, make sure you freeze. You freeze your hands there. Okay? Up and down. Are you ready? Up and down. Now stop. Okay. If your hand is on top, look at the next person in the eyes and tell them you'll be their boss for the rest of the day. Tell them, just tell them. For just today, for the rest of the day. Thank you. Okay, are we excited? Put a round of applause for yourself, please. I am very, very excited to be in Abuja. I've not been here in about 3-4 years. Last time I was here, I was a carpenter, I was a bricklayer, I was a builder, I was everything. So it's good to be back, and I'm excited to see the beautiful faces. Okay, welcome today, and I'm not going to take too much of your time. Like I said, I'm going to be giving you a couple of secret notes to success, and that's the title of my presentation, Secret Notes to Success. So make sure you're writing stuff down, and be the person who steals stuff away from here. Make sure you steal ideas from here and take with you wherever you're coming from. Okay, make sure you're the person who steals the ideas from here today. Okay, so first, I've told you to take notes. I'm going to tell you to take pictures. They say pictures tell 1,000 words. So the person you're taking a picture with today may become the minister of whatever tomorrow, next year, next 10 years. And you can tell them, I want to see the boss. And they say, who are you? You say, oh, see, this is my picture with him. When we were at rock bottom, okay? This is my picture with you. And they'll let you through because they know you know him. And they know he knows you. Okay, so take pictures today. Record videos. If you can, if you get out a memory card on your memory space on your phones and you've not filled your phone with WhatsApp images, take videos, take audios, record everything you can. A man went to a church and he was the only person. He was listening to a sermon and he was touched and he started writing the notes. And people thought he was a spy. All of you today, you are allowed to be spies. Keep writing. Okay? So, next point. Write this down. Be like a sponge. Everyone knows what a sponge is. When I was a child, oh my goodness, they made me to wash all the plates in the house. Everyone would go to bed at 10 p.m. and I'll wash plates till like 11 o'clock. I know exactly what a sponge does. Put it in the water and it soaks up everything and it becomes very useful. So today, be like a sponge. Tomorrow, be like a sponge. Keep absorbing a lot of positive things you hear, you see. Keep absorbing them. So next is, as you're absorbing these things, you have to be careful. You have to protect your ears, protect your eyes, your heart. Stand guard at the door of your mind, because that's where everything about you begins. Your mind is where it all begins. Make sure you're standing in front of the door of your mind as a guard. Make sure you know what you're letting in. Don't just let everything in. And I tell people, find out what poor people read. Go look for it. Go look for what poor people read. When you find it, don't read it. Find out the movies, the series, the drama they watch, and make sure you don't watch it. Find out what newspapers, magazines, books, audiobooks they're reading, they're listening to, conversations they're listening to, and make sure you don't listen to it, because that will set you apart from them and you won't be like them. Next, write this down. Become the thinker. If you want to cut down a very big tree, you must spend more time sharpening your axe so that you spend less time cutting the tree. So you must always think before you act. Think before you act. And reflect. Go to your rooms, close the door. Shut the window. Reflect on what happened during the day, what happened in the week, what happened in the month, in the year. Go over it again and ask yourself, what did I do right here? What did I do right? I have to do it again. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What didn't I do very well? And how could I have done this better? Think. Because if you keep going and you keep doing stuff without reflecting, you can't improve. If you don't debrief with yourself and sit and say, I did this right, I didn't do this right, you can't. It's almost impossible to improve. You're going to keep doing the same thing, making the same mistake, going around in circles, and you keep wondering, why am I not making progress? So you must reflect. You're all professionals already. If not, you're going to be professional someday. But for you to become a master in whatever you do, you must practice. They say it takes an average of about 1,000 hours of doing one thing before you become a master in it. It takes about 1,000 hours of doing one particular thing to become a master in it. And people are going to come look for you. That is the master in this because you spent 1,000 hours. So practice. I was 6 years old. My class teacher told me, hey, Mr. Hussein, you're going to be the husband. We have a stage drama. You're going to act the husband. I was like, wow, good. I've been hiring some beautiful girls in the class. Now this is my chance to be the husband. And on the day of the stage play, the hall was full, just like today. And I peeped into the hall and I saw my parents. And I became afraid, very afraid. Because all the while I only practiced in front of my friends and I was comfortable. I was lazy about it. I wasn't afraid, it's just my friends. Then when I got to the real stage, I became scared. So the teacher said, okay, let the music start. Mr. Hussein, it's your turn to walk in. At that moment, I became very pressed. And I said, excuse me, sir, I need to use the bathroom. He said, no, it's your turn. You have to go in. I said, no, sir, I can't do this. I said, it's my brother. I said, my brother is the husband. I had to lie. I said, my brother is the husband because I was afraid. But today I'm standing in front of you and I am not afraid. The difference is practice. So make sure before you go for that business interview, before you go for that job interview, before you go to sign up a new contract, before you sell your stuff to people, you practice. Because questions will come. And if you have not practiced, you will be afraid. 10,000 BC. Take every day like it's 10,000 BC. Write that down. Take every day like it's 10,000 BC. What happened in 10,000 BC? I wasn't there, you weren't there, but I'll tell you from history. It's the same thing that happens today that happened. Rain falls. It fell in Abuja last night. We were all chilling under our duvets. 10,000 BC, rain will fall. You have no space to hide except caves under banana trees, probably. You have to make your own shelter. You have to make your own weapons from sticks, stones, bones. Make your clothes from leather you get from animals you kill. Make clothes from leaves. You just have to do stuff by yourself. You are responsible for your own survival. 10,000 BC. Live every day like that. You're responsible for your own survival. Don't blame the government. Don't blame the weather. I've heard people say, oh, I couldn't make it there because it was raining. Don't blame the society. Don't blame traffic. Oh, there's going to be traffic there. I think I'll just go later. Be responsible for your survival. You're in charge. 10,000 BC, you're being chased by a tiger. You have to escape, and you run into a cave, and you hear the cave lion is waiting for you, right in the cave. What do? Say, I hone up now. You can eat me. Thank you, Mr. Lion. You can eat me now. I give up. You can't give up. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep running. And that's how you must take every day. No excuses. No blames. If you want to become rich by blaming, open a blame account. And every time you blame someone, put money there. But I tell you, you're not going to be rich by blaming people, by blaming the society, by blaming the government. Another lesson from 10,000 BC. Threaten whatever threatens you. Whatever is threatening you, make sure you threaten it back. You can't be running all the time. Stand your ground. If you were the man in 10,000 BC and your family is right behind you and you have a big predator trying to attack them, you have to threaten it back. You have to tell it, come one step close to my family and I'll kill you. Love like a father, hate like a mother. Write it down. 2 spectrums of emotions, love and hate. Love like a father, hate like a mother. Hate laziness. Despise procrastination. Hate it like a mother. Anyone ever come across Mother Chicken when she's taking her little chicks across the road and you try to get close? She flares up. At that moment she hates you. Make sure you hate laziness like that. When everyone is sleeping, get up, do your stuff. How many people go to the gyms here? At one point or the other, you do some form of exercises. If anyone asks you, can you give me 50 push-ups? Your usual answer is like, maybe not. It's a lot. But I tell you, if you do 5 and you rest, you do another 5 and you rest, and you do 5, 10, 5, 10, rest, 5, 10, 5. Before you know it, you've got 50. Lesson there. Rest. But if you rest, make sure you're resting only for a short period. You can't just keep going all the while, you're gonna burn out. Make sure you rest. Make sure you have some form of recreation. But rest, and when you rest, make sure it's short. If you rest for too long, and you're a farmer, the weeds will take your garden. If you rest for too long, the weeds will come and take your garden, and then you have more work to do. Because you can't just keep chanting at the weeds. Weeds leave my garden, weeds leave my garden. People are going to think you're mad, and the government will come and take you away. So make sure when you rest, you're only resting for a short time. Okay, I like to take a lot of lessons from very old people, because they've passed through life and they got a lot of wisdom. So if you got old people around you, make sure that you're tapping a lot of wisdom from them before they leave, because they're going to leave. Make sure you tap a lot of wisdom from them. One day, a little boy was selling bread. He had the bread on his head. He was hawking. And as he passed in front of the old man said, I like your bread, but that which I like more is the attitude with which you sell it. Write it down. Attitude. Your attitude to work, your attitude towards success, making sure you finish what you started, is going to make a difference in your lives. Attitude. A couple of us might know this story in the book of Matthew. I'm not a professor of theology, but I'll try to make it real as much as I can. A master was going out on a journey. So he called his 3 servants. Hey guys, come over here. I'm about to go on a long trip and I'll be back sometime soon. So to each servant, he gave some talents. He gave the first servant 5 talents. He said, hey, here you go. Keep this 5. That's for you. He called the second man. Take this 2. That's for you. For the third servant, he gave him 1 piece of talent. I'll be back. I will be back. Days passed, months passed. The master eventually came back. And he called his 3 servants. He said, hey guys, I'm back. Hey, master, boss, master, welcome back. Oh, good to see you. How was your trip? Welcome back. Did you buy us bread or plantain chips or whatever? So he said, okay, it's time for you to come forward and give accounts. And he asked the first man, I gave you 5 talents. Where are my talents? And the first man came out and said, sir, I have doubled your talents. Now I have 10. Here it is. The master said, wow. What a good servant. Then he turned to the second man. I gave you 2. What have you done with it? The man said, master, I have 4 now. Take them. I have 4. I made more than you gave me. He said, good servants. These guys are good servants. And he turned to the last one. He said, sir, please step forward. What have you done with the talent I gave you? This is the guy that had only 1. And he said, master, I buried your talent. I kept it safe so that it doesn't get lost, so that I can give it back to you just exactly the same way you gave it to me. And he said, here is your 1 talent. And the master said, you hid your talent, you buried your talent. He said, take it from him and give it to the man that has 10. Because it will be taken from the guy who does not have, and it shall be given to the guy that has plenty. Because the guy that has plenty is using it. Write it down. Don't bury your talent. There are futuristic designs that are in some of you here today. You might have been thinking, well, how do I get this done? What am I going to do with this? And at some point you say, oh, I'm just going to leave this. Don't bury your talent. Many of you are going to write architectural books, present at United Nations conferences. Don't ever stop grinding. Don't bury your talent. The reason why you shouldn't bury your talent is because you don't have 900 years to live. This is 2017. This is not the Old Testament. So only in the olden days when we had Abraham, Moses, that was when we had people living up to 900 years and so on. I'm sorry to announce to you, you don't anymore. So act quickly. Action pronto. Whatever idea comes to you, while the idea is hot and when your emotions are high about the idea, act. Do something. You don't have to see the end of the journey today, because you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backward, and you say, oh, thank goodness I attended that seminar. Thank goodness I was here. Thank goodness I did this. I learned this. Because now it's all making sense. So start acting today. Don't wait to see the results. Start acting. Okay, before I talk about the horses, I love horses. But before I talk about horses, I'm going to do a short exercise. So, mini, mani, mo. You, sir. Choose between my 2 hands. You choose this? That's water. You should have chosen the other one. That's juice. So you chose water. You're a glass. Okay, you're drinking glass and you're full of water. But you want some juice. You like orange juice? Okay, I see that. You want some juice. He's already full of water. Do you think he can get some juice? Tell me. You think he can get some juice? He's already full of water. Can he get some juice? No, I see people shaking their heads. No, he can't get some juice because it's full of water. But I'll tell you, yes, he can. Tell me, ask me how. He can get juice, but he has to do something. He has to pour out some of his water so he could get some juice. So right now, many of us are full of water, but we want juice. But for us to get juice, we have to share what we have before we can get more. So write it down. Make sure you share. Share your time. Share your time. Make sure you're giving people some quality part of your time. Quality. Share your ideas. Share your resources. You have materials for other people to learn from. Share them. Don't hoard information. Share. Because the moment you're sharing, you will become bigger. I tell you one story. In the jungle, when the wildebeest gives birth to its baby, we all know what wildebeest are, right? Some people call them gnus, GNU. Some people call them gnus. They are predominant in East Africa. They cross the Serengeti plain in large herds. Now, when the wildebeest is giving birth to its baby, I'll tell you, this happens. When the baby is born, the mother looks around. The mother starts looking around, looking at the baby, starts looking around. And the baby asks, "Mommy, what's the problem? Why are you looking like everywhere?" And he says, get up quickly. And he says, but my legs are not strong enough. I need some time. My legs are not strong. I can't stand. I can't even feed. I can't run. Why the hurry? And the mother says, "You know why the hurry? Because the lions are coming." Write it down. The lions are coming. The lions are coming. Today, everything may look so smooth for you, but always remember the lions are coming. Natural disasters would come. Be prepared. It's part of nature. The recession will come. The economic recession will come. Don't spend all your money today thinking it's all going to be like that. Prepare for the lions, because they will come. It's part of nature. Belgian horses. Very strong breed. One Belgian horse is known to pull as much as 7,000 pounds of weight. One single Belgian horse can pull as much as 7,000 pounds of weight. Nobody here can pull that, trust me. So give some respect to the horses. The Belgian horses are so strong, and one of them can pull 7,000 pounds. According to mathematics, how many do you think two can pull? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Right. One is 7,000. Two is simple mathematics. Two is 14,000. You're all correct. But no, you're wrong. Because two have been proven to pull 15,000 pounds. That's an extra 1,000. Why? Just because there are two of them. That's one of the reasons why we're having this event, to bring professionals together to collaborate. Your students, no single person knows everything. You need to work together. Okay? Now this is the very interesting part. So we said two could pull 15,000, right? Now the same two, if they grow up together, if they train together, if they work together, they pull together, you go like, go, and they pull at the same time. They practice together every time. Two of them, since they were young, and they keep growing like that. When they're adults, they can prove, can anyone guess how much? Just a random guess. Anyone? People are saying 20,000. Some said 50. 15? 30? The right answer, you guys are close. The right answer is 25,000. 2 can pull 15, but 2 that train together can pull 25,000. That's an extra 10,000 pounds. That is strong. So start training together. Okay? Find your partners. Start training together. Start working together. One person cannot master everything. Okay? One tree, they say, cannot make a forest. So work together. In the movie Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Koba said, alone, ape, weak. Together, ape, strong. So remember that. If you don't remember anything today, remember what Koba said. Alone, ape, weak. Together, ape, strong. I'm an ape. And I think you are as well. Just the higher levels. Okay? I'll tell you the story of 2 boys playing on ice. This is going to be the last story. 2 boys playing on ice. We already talked about working together. But now there will be trying times. So 2 boys were playing on ice. I've not played on ice before, but I hope to someday. I've only been playing on sands. So, as they were playing, one of them got stuck. One of them got stuck in the ice. You know, this is very cold, right? If you stay in that ice for a long time, you will freeze to death. It's that simple. And if you've watched the movie Titanic, Jack was in the cold waters and he died, while Kate was on the board and she survived. Jack died from hypothermia. So if you get stuck in ice or cold waters for a long time, your blood is going to start to freeze and there is a possibility of death. So one of the boys was stuck and the other boy started panicking. He was afraid. Oh, my partner is about to die. I have to save him now. So he starts trying to break the ice. He tried severally, he wasn't successful. So he saw a tree and he ran up the tree, climbed, managed to break off a big branch, and he dragged the branch all the way to where his friend was. Dragged the branch. And when he got there, he started beating on the ice with the branch. He started beating on the ice. Eventually, he succeeded. He saved his friend and he pulled him out. When the firemen came, when the fire service came, the chief looked around and was like, wow, how did this little boy break off this branch and break this ice and free his friend and save his friend? And another man walked up to him and said, because there was no one here to tell him he couldn't do it. Write it down. Because there was no one here to tell him that he couldn't do it. So there are going to be trying times. You have to keep going. Turn your deaf ears on the naysayers. People that say, oh, you can't do it. You can't see the governor. Stop dreaming. Stay away from them so that they don't kill your spirit. So stay away from the naysayers. Okay. Last slide. Today I will remind you about the meaning of the word resolve. A young black girl in the US was approached and she was asked, why are you coming to school? And this is what she said. I'm coming to school because I want to become a professional sometimes in life, and I want to have enough resources to take my mother from the neighborhood she is living right now to a better neighborhood. And she said, I am not going to stop until I achieve that. Until. That's the magic word. Write it down. Until. You cannot defeat a man in a boxing fight when the man tells you, I will fight you until I die. You can't defeat him anymore. He will win. That's it. Because he has told you, I will not stop fighting you until I die. You can't beat him. So the magic word is until. And that's the resolve, the firm determination to carry on no matter what. The firm determination to carry on no matter what. Things are not looking so good. Yeah, it's part of life. But don't stop. And I want the right side of the room to say with me, I can. The left side of the room say, I will. And everyone together will say, I must. And now let's all say it together. I can. I will. I must. That's your resolve. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe every one of us here must have had our notes filled up with a lot of things written down. Don't you consider yourself lucky to be here today? Well, I want us to use this opportunity. Let the world know what is happening here. Tweet stuff, write stuff with the hashtag CreativeArchitects2017. Post it on all social media. Let everyone know what is happening here. Take pictures, post it. Write down the comments you received here. You can take pictures of your notes and post it out. Let people see what is happening here. Let us give it up for Chronos Studios once more.